In the lecture, we will learn what is selection group and how to do it. Selection groups in ETABS refer to defining a group of elements such as beams, columns, slabs, walls to be all selected together when defined in form of a group. It helps us in quick iterations to be incorporated to design changes and revisions for cross-sections of the selected structural members. Using this option, there would be no need for selecting particular set of members again and again in order to alter, change, revise, modify, or delete property for particular set of members. Let's have a look on how to do it by following exercise. The plan of the building is shown as we covered it in lecture number 12 already. We have to make a selection group for the level 1 beam to level 5 beams. So let's get started with ETABS. Here's the 3D view of the building we can see already discussed in the previous lecture. So we have to first make a selection group of beams from level 5 to level 1. Okay, so let's turn on the visibility of the beams only and turn off the visibility of other members. So we are having only visibility of the beams here. Let's go to level 5. Select the beams here. Go to level 4, select the beams, and to move down the story, click on move down and select all the beams here. Similarly, go to level number 2, select beams here, and level 1, select the beams here. A selection preview is also shown in the 3D view of what members you have selected. Now go to define and click on group definitions. Click on add a new section and say you can also adjust the color. Let's make them maroon color and click on OK. Now go to assign objects to a group and click on add to group. So now we have added the beams to the group. The group has been made. Now let's say I have to select level 5 to level 1 beams which we previously selected just by a single click. Go to select by groups and click on level 5 to level 1 beams. You can see that in a single click I am selecting all the beams. So it makes life easier when revising the cross sections, the material strength and other things which can be modified by selection of the member. Now let's proceed to the second point in exercise. The second thing we are supposed to do is make selection group for level 1 till level 5 columns. I am going to select the visibility of the columns from level 1 to level 5 in the similar manner we did for the beam. So we are at story 1. Let's select all the columns here. Similarly for story 2, story 3, story 4 and story 5. You can also see the preview in 3D view. Go to define, click on group definitions and click on add. Let's name the group as level 1 to level 5 columns. Make the color as per your choice. Let's take green color here. Okay. Now since we have selected the columns already, so I'll be going to assign objects to a group. If you have already assigned some columns to this group and you want to add to the group, then you can click on add. Since we are creating a new group, so you can always click on replace or add to group, so it would be same. Now let's verify whether we have made a correct group. You can go to select, click on groups and select here. So you can see in a single click I am going with selection of all the columns which I did individually. Now let's proceed to the next step for the exercise. Now I have to make selection group for the wall 1 and 2. The wall 1 and 2 is shown in the plan. It has to be done for the whole building. So let's go with ETABS. Now I have to restore the visibility of the objects, or you can just click on visibility of the walls only. Since we are supposed to select all the walls in the whole building, so you can click on all stories option from here and just simply select wall 1 and wall 2. You can see in the 3D view the wall 1 and wall 2 have been selected. Now go to define, group definitions, click on add. You can modify the color. Let's make the color as light blue. As we have already selected the objects, and assign objects to the group wall 1 and 2. Okay. Let's verify. Select by group definitions wall 1 and 2. Here we are selecting in a single click wall 1 and 2 as defined. Let's proceed to the next point in the exercise. We have to make selection group for slabs of the roof level only. So let's proceed with ETABS. We are supposed to go to the roof level. Story 20 here is acting as a roof. So let's turn on the visibility of the floors. Now I can select all the floors in one go here, luckily, but still you can define the group as well. Let's click on group definitions and click on add group. Pink color already defined is unique color, so let's make it okay and assign objects to a group. Click on roof slab, and here we have assigned it to the roof slab group, and we can select it in a single click by going to selection tab. You can clear selection by pressing the escape key or just going to select the clear option from here. Now let's proceed to the next part in the exercise. Edit selection of level 1 till level 5 beams to level 1 till level 6 beams. So we are going to add one level more beams to the existing level 1 to level 5 beams group. Let's proceed with ETABS. First we got to turn on the visibility of the beams. Go to level number 6 as we are going to add the new beams to the group. Select the new beams which are to be added to the group and click on assign objects to the group. The group has already been defined. Let's name it as level 6 beams. And now add to group. It is important to be checked. Now go to select by groups and go to level 1 to level 6 beams. You can further verify by turning on an elevation view. Let's go to elevation view. So you can see till story 6 we have selected the beams by adding the story 6 beams into the selection group. To turn on the visibility of the 3D view again, let's click on 3D. Now let's proceed with the next part in the exercise. Now we are to delete a selection group, which is very simple. In order to delete a selection group, click on define, group definitions, Let's say I have to delete the roof slab group. Click on delete and OK. In the last part, we have to show selection groups by the colors. Let's go to ETABS. First, turn on the visibility of the objects to default view. Similarly in plan. In order to see the colors of the objects as defined in the selection group definitions, let's go to view colors of the objects by groups. And you can select the group definitions here. All group is by default provided in ETABS. It consists of all members and click on OK. If you click on apply, you'll see the group definitions as per your defined colors. The objects which are not assigned to any group will show the color of the group called all, which was yellow. So you can see we have assigned the member of first story to fifth story columns in a group which was having green color. You can see from here. Level 1 to level 6 beams must be in maroon color. So you can see level 1 to level 6 beams are in maroon color. Level 1 to level 5 columns are in green color, which are okay. Wall 1 and 2 should be in blue color. You can see that in plan, as it's not clear in 3D view. If you want to see it clearly in 3D view, you can turn off the visibility of the other members and check only the walls option. So you can see wall 1 and 2 is blue color, which is assigned to the group. So that's how we define or add the group definitions in ETABS.